Hi, welcome to Talking Text. Our passage is Psalm 23 from verse 6. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. David here saying that is God's goodness and mercy that follow him. God has provided goodness and mercy, and it's completely sufficient. It never runs out. It follows us. David says, it follows me every day of my life. God's goodness and God's mercy are there, available and following me. Even on the day of the deep valley of the shadow of death, David's just described, I'll walk through this valley of the shadow of death, of deep darkness. Yet every day, including that day, God, your provision of goodness and mercy is still with us. What a great King, what a great Savior. The great shepherd who leads us also follows us with goodness and mercy. He is all sufficient all the days of my life. Then he says, I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I love David's resolve. He says, I desire to dwell with God. I want to be close to God. I want to ask you, what is the desire of your heart? Is it shaped by God himself, by the beauty of Jesus? Do you desire to dwell with God? And so this image of the house is sort of a follow-on from David's image of a table where God prepares a feast, a meal, an intimate fellowship. But now he says, I am dwelling in this house, or I will dwell in the house of God. The house of God is kind of this image of where God is, God's very presence. God, you are with me. And David describes here, this is where I'm going to dwell. The house is also imagery of family where God's people are. So not just the presence of God, but the people of God. And so where is God leading us, you might ask? Where does the Good Shepherd lead? What are the green pastures? Well, they are the presence, and the people of God are part of that. And so David wraps up the psalm by saying, I'm going to dwell with the people and in the presence of God forever, eternally. I will not be separated from God. And what a great privilege to be followed all the days of our lives by God's goodness and mercy, and what a great privilege to dwell in his presence and with his people. God bless you, and thanks for letting the text talk.